on Ronnie Guns if he doesn't. And what we're talking about is you were on the show the other day, and actually I had Robbie Fresh on the show, and we're talking about missile defense system. Right. And it's my opinion that where we would never be able to shoot down every single missile. I still feel that way.
I still feel that way as well.
Yes. But this is about you. He heard you say it, and then you came on and said that Robbie Fresh was in fact wrong.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't know when I was talking about. I'm not sitting here saying I just don't think that we have that kind of capability.
All right. Let me just. I'll put it to you everything the way I see it.
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you going to? Before we get into anything, let's just get it clear cut. Are you going to submit and give Robbie Fresh what he's asking for, or are you going rogue here?
What is he asking for? An apology?
He's saying that you are 100% wrong, that we can actually fight the missiles, and you need to apologize for calling him out and saying that he's wrong.
Well, okay. So the first thing is, if he can prove me wrong, I'll buy him coffee, because that'll just make my life feel even better. You know, I declared ignorance on myself, I think, twice in that last show. So enlighten me. If you know more than, I would love to believe that we could stop everything. So I'm all good with that. As far as apologizing, I didn't personally attack him, so I have nothing to apologize for. What I did was I sent you a link to, when you had the show with him, you kept saying, I don't think that's
Is he right or is he wrong? Is he right or is he wrong?
Right now, I think he's wrong.
Okay, so there's no apology. Why would you apologize then? Why would you apologize then if he's wrong?
But I also don't feel like I called him out. I sent you a link, and then you said, I want you to call out Robbie Fresh on the radio. And I was like, well, yeah, here you are telling me to cover myself in fish guts and jump in the shark tank. Tell me, don't worry, the water temperature's fine.
Hey, you're the one who's saying to me,
I sent you a link because I worry about this shit all the time.
Why do you think that? Why did you send me the link? Were you sending me the link to say that I'm right, or were you sending me the link to say that he's wrong?
That you're right. That there's a lot of issues with our defense. I wouldn't call out Robbie Fresh. He's like my favorite guest on the show. And then listen, here's the other thing. If he feels the need to attack me, I understand. Maybe he just always wants to be right, and he don't want to maybe he feels like I came in on him. I don't know. But here's the thing. No, I don't mean it like that. But what I'm saying is, listen, if you feel the need, then it's okay. Go ahead. But here's what you have to understand where I stand. I am 100% happy with who I am. Like what happened with Jenny, that's not me. If this little bird's chirping in anybody's ear with all kinds of stuff, anything you want to know, just fucking ask me, because I don't have no secrets and I don't really care, But the bottom line is, truthfully, he's one of my favorite people. I wouldn't call him out. If he takes it that way, what am I going to do, I won't apologize because I didn't personally attack him. If I did, I would apologize, but I didn't. So I disagree. Now, if me disagreeing is enough to attack me, then, bombs away. What do you want me to say? I am who I am. I'm not going to apologize for what I think. But I would love to be proved wrong. Tell me that we could stop any nuclear attack, and I'll sleep better at night knowing I'll live a happy life.
All right. Okay. I think you clarified it. I think you stood your ground. Well, there's nothing to really apologize because like you said, it wasn't like Jenny that you called him out and said he's stupid or anything like that.
Call him out, and I respect him that he's knowledgeable. I can tell that he has more knowledge than I do about a lot of things. He definitely pays closer attention to the news. But in this aspect, I think he's wrong because I've read a lot. I've done a lot of questions on my own. It has nothing to do with him. These are things I've been researching for the past 6 months, and everything I read says the same thing. We could handle probably a small strike, a couple of missiles, But they're saying that even the defense missiles that we have, we would probably launch 4 or 5 of them to defend against one missile. We only have 30-something, 37, I think, right now. So that's the bottom line. Is even if our shit works,
we don't have enough. You're saying that we don't have enough that we'll be able to do.
You're limited on how much you could stop, even if it all worked perfect. And I know there's other things. There's cyber attacks where, they're saying we might have sent North Korea's last course off, and that may be true. But, everything that I see when it comes to yes or no, can we protect ourselves, it all comes down to the ground-based missile defense system. It all comes down to that, and that's a failure. It's like a 50% failure. And
okay.
We only have 30 something.
So you really, but let's just call it what it is, and then we'll end the phone call here. Yeah. There's no way, in your opinion, that Robbie Fresh is going to be able to come up with any kind of evidence that will make you wrong here.
Not to say that we're bulletproof against any nuclear attack. If somebody shoots one missile, can we stop it? Yeah, probably. If North Korea tries to...
I'm asking Russia. Asking Russia. If Russia does an all-out nuclear attack, can we stop them?
There's nothing he could say or anybody else could say. Like I said, it has nothing personally to do against him.
Yes.
There's nothing anybody that's going to tell me.
Yes, and I think he knows that.
I've done the research. I've done the research. So, anyway, I'll just say this. Robbie Fresh, speaking to you directly, did not mean to call you out. If I did personally attack you, I would apologize, but I don't feel that I did, so therefore I won't.
Hey, Roddy Guns!
You know what I mean?
I love you, Roddy
And
Guns!
you know what? And listen, if he attacks me, at the end of the day, I'm probably still going to like him. So, it is what it is. Do what you got to do.
I'm personally challenging you to the diet, by the way, and see who could do it first and who could last. I'm personally challenging you right now.
I haven't eaten yet today. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I still haven't eaten anything. I've just been drinking water because I've been stewing in my mind what I want to do. It's my day off.
Well, I'll tell you this. What I started already. I started drinking coffee with no sugar. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee at all. So.
Well, that's the only bad thing, and I don't think it's bad if you don't have any sugar. If you just drink it straight, I have a little half and half in it, though, so I can't say that. But that's a huge thing for me. I have grape juice, and I'm going all out on my diet. I challenge you, Roddy Guns.
You're going to go juice. The best I can do, I got to eat, because I've already learned from the fucking Apple episode, I can't juice. It's not enough. So the best I can do is try to eat fruits and vegetables and pass on a lot of the carbohydrates and crap, all the white fucking bread and shit like that. I'll try to cut that out. But I got to eat. My stomach fucking, on that juice, man, I don't know how the fuck you do it. I felt like fucking killing somebody.
Oh, really? Hold on a second. I wanted to ask you one more question here. Yeah. Over the weekend, we had a North Korea missile try, failed. All I want is yes or no. Does Donald Trump, yes or no, this week retaliate on North Korea? Yes or no?
I think no.
All right, that's it. Roddy Guns, thanks for coming. No. Thanks for coming on the show, baby.
Anytime, brother.
All right, talk to you later.
Later.
This is the Joe Kozo Show live here with Flipper.
All right, so that's Ronnie Guns not backing down from Robbie Fresh. He's not backing down. He did not go. He said, listen, the terms that Robbie Fresh has given me, I don't give a fuck. There's no way that I can be proven wrong here, so why would I even apologize? So that's what we got. All right, so let's move on with the show here. The next guest, okay, his name is Keith Mackler. This is what he writes me. Salutations. I'm a freelance actor with interesting face, and I've appeared in a variety of films. Interesting face. I'm looking at his face right now here. I mean, it's not interesting. He just looks like a bald guy. I don't know, with a beard. I don't know about interesting. With an interesting face, and I've appeared in a variety of films, TV shows, commercials, web series, and music videos. I've got lots of experience with comedic and dramatic improv, performance art, pranks, viral, this and that. I regularly appear as a podcast and talk show host. Okay, hey, listen, man. Sounds like a great guy. Sounds like a cool kid. Let's see what he's all about. Now, here's the thing, too. Excuse me. We've been trying to get in touch with each other. He's always busy. Okay? And I guess he's always busy for acting. Good for him. When I was doing acting, I don't know if I was as busy as this guy, as it seems. I have his resume here, too. We'll go over all of that. What else? I've submitted previous posts, but scheduling conflicts got in the way. My photos attached. Respectfully, Keith Mackler. Okay, let's give him a call. Here we go. 646 area code.
Hey, what's up, guy?
Keith, how you doing? It's Joe from the Joe Kozo Show.
Nice to meet you, Joe. What's happening, man?
It's a pleasure. Yo, you've been responding to me for quite some time. Do you realize that you know that I'm the same guy?
Yeah, I think that we had been talking about doing this, and then there was scheduling issues and whatnot, and it kind of fell through. And yeah, I'm like a Craigslist junkie, so I'm always on there, and I know I must have responded to a few different posts for different things throughout maybe even over years. So I'm glad that we finally get an opportunity to chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you live in New York?
Yeah.
What part of New York do you live in?
So I'm in Washington Heights.
And where are you originally from?
I grew up in the great state of Vermont.
Really? So you're in Vermont, right?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I just turned 32.
32 years old. You're in Vermont. Yeah. And when did you decide to come down to New York? Now, you're an actor, right? You do acting?
Yeah, that is my profession. I do it as much as possible. Of course, I have all other kinds of money-making ventures, but hopefully, on a good day, I'm acting. growing up out there's not all that much to do besides milk a cow and, smoke some weed. So when I was not doing that, I was playing music, and that's kind of what led me to acting, because I was doing music videos and I got addicted to being in front of a camera. And when the band kind of folded, I said, hey, I want to keep doing this and be in entertainment. And I've been in the city about 12 years now, but I've only been acting since about 2010.
So what do you do? Do you have an agent?
I actually represent myself. In 2017, I'm actively looking for representation. So if anybody is hearing this and he's kind of like a goofy, funny, stoner, bad roommate type actor, hit me up.
What do you mean by bad roommate type actor? What is that?
Well, that's just a role that I just read for. And I kind of get typecast sometimes as that kind of like slacker, sarcastic, jerky type, which is really not me. But I think I kind of fit that mold, like visually. And so I'm always happy to do it, man. I don't mind being typecast.
So you don't have a regular job? You just act? You don't get up to go to work or do anything like that?
No, sir. I mean, my full-time job is getting gigs and then doing the gigs, and there's so much kind of secretarial work that goes into it.
Give me your everyday. Give me like an average day. You wake up like around what time?
It's different every day. Sometimes I'm up at 4 in the morning. Sometimes I'm going to bed at 4 in the morning because I've been shooting all night, and it's such a crazy schedule. It's hard to generalize because it's ever changing. So I have to be very elastic, and I have to be willing to go with those crazy hours, and I don't mind it.
You don't have an agent, but you're doing all this stuff yourself. You're telling me that you're able to support yourself just by submitting online, online things that looking for this or looking for that, and you're able to do it?
Pretty much. My boyfriend also has an income, and we also run an Airbnb, so that is contributing as well. My portion of it is either from acting. I also do background stuff. I do brand ambassador work, street team stuff, which is kind of like acting. It hones some of those skills. I do personal assistant stuff sometimes. I do like focus groups and studies and just random gigs. And with all of that combined, we're able to. We don't live like kings or anything.
So how long have you been with your boyfriend for?
About 3.5 years.
So you guys, sit there and say, okay, we split the bills. We're going to split this, or listen, I'm trying to do this acting thing, and can you pay more of the bills? Is that what you're doing right now?
It varies, but you could say that. Sometimes I'll have a really great week, and I'm getting tons of work and feeling on top of the world, and all is good. Sometimes I got to lean on him a little more if I'm having a slower week. And there's such a huge difference. There's no consistency with what I do.
Yeah.
So
does he ever get annoyed with that and say, "Hey, listen, man, I'm dating you for 3.5 years here. What's the story? Are you still going to keep chasing this thing, or are you going to get a real job here and we can really start moving forward?" Like, how does that work out with in your relationship?
Well, luckily, he is very understanding of my goals. He really is incredibly supportive, and we've had some conversations, particularly during those slower weeks that I was talking about, where it's kind of like, what is going on? And then I'll bounce back, and I'll have a slam dunk where I'm bringing in a ton of dough, and it's like, okay. And even when I'm not, we know that I'm working towards it, and there's so much positivity going on with auditions and